guys, today we're driving a 1995 Ford Probe. This has a 2.5 liter V6. It makes 164 horsepower, 160 pound-feet of torque. We have a 5-speed manual transmission and a substitute TOPher joining us today.
Your local probe enthusiast and expert.
Yeah, you had a Probe in high school.
I did.
Oh man,
mine wasn't a GT like this one, but
okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so you had the 4-cylinder.
Yes. Yeah.
But it was still a manual.
It was still a manual.
Yeah.
5-speed. Yeah. This is the big dog, the GT.
Oh man, this is exciting. We have an exhaust. Ooh.
Yeah.
V6 sounds nice.
Yeah.
V6 sounds really nice. This is very clean. It has 88,263 miles. A Pioneer head unit. Very period correct.
Yep.
Let's walk you around this. We'll show you what it looks like. We'll talk about it some with substitute TOPher here, and then we'll take it for a drive.
Sounds good.
Cool. Pretty neat spec with this tan interior. We have a black exterior.
You don't see this very often. It's a very unique spec.
Very, very rare. Chrome wheels. I have a lot of cool high school memories with these Probes. My buddy Tom had one, and we used to go do front wheel drive burnouts with it. And then I think he eventually blew the engine or something happened to it, but they sounded so good.
Yeah, the large demise of these was in the early 2000s when they were all driven by high school students, and then they all just disappeared.
Yeah.
You never see these anymore.
This is definitely also like a cash for clunkers,
totally.
Car too. Tell me about the taillights here. So there's a difference between years and license plate location, stuff like that.
So this is a 2nd gen Probe, which is the one that looks like a spaceship. Started in 1993, but in 1995 they switched the back of it. They put this really cool, I don't know if you'd call it a Hecken blend or whatever, little GT addition to the taillight, and then moved the license plate down. But the older cars had the license plate here in the middle.
Interesting.
Kind of like a facelift, I guess, as they call it now.
Okay.
For a butt lift.
Butt lift. Yeah. Implants.
Yeah.
License plate. Cool. All right. So we've got. Looks like a pretty period correct muffler there.
Yeah.
This one, very little rust. Paint's in pretty good shape.
This is like the cleanest Probe I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
Wow. Let's pop the hood. When engines looked like engines, and we all had K&N stickers on our air boxes. Yeah, this is a really good looking motor. Especially with the blue plug wires and everything.
Yeah.
Looks pretty much stock.
Yeah, I don't think there's any modifications done to the engine, but we have this very period 90s front lip.
Oh yeah.
And then the exhaust. And I feel like this car has been modified since the 90s, and it's just,
Yeah, this does look good.
It's just sticking around.
All these lips from this era, none of them quite fit right. We all kind of used them from different types of cars. They were all just kind of screwed into the bumper.
Yeah.
I had one on my Volvo that I adapted from like Home Depot garage molding, and I like form fitted it. It looked really good actually.
Yeah.
Cut it to size. Oh man, neat.
Yeah. So this V6 was co-developed with Mazda. So the Probe and the Mazda MX-6 underneath were the same car.
Okay.
So whether you got the 2-liter 4-cylinder or the 2.5 liter V6, they were both Mazda engines.
Interesting.
That went into the Ford cars.
Fun.
Yeah.
All right.
So a lot of part numbers or parts will say Mazda on it if you start taking things apart.
Uh-oh.
Right into the yellow slot there.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
You got it.
All right.
And of course, the best part about the Ford Probe.
Pop-up headlights. Let's see them. Yeah. It's such a cool looking car.
It really is. I mean, even today, like, this was part of that era where everything looked like a spaceship. I mean, like even normal sedans and stuff, but the coupe that looks like the spaceship is just like...
And what's a Ford Probe video without a little bit of an exhaust rev? That sounds really good.
A little raspy.
Yeah.
Proper V6 V6 noises.
Proper V6 noises. This exhaust is a little bit lower and it's kind of a smoother tone. These had a very throaty V6 in with some exhaust types too. Stock exhaust on these wasn't bad either. It's kind of loud for the day. All right, so taking a look at this interior, I love a good 5-speed manual. Very simple controls, lots of kind of creaky Ford plastics. This slides. Everything feels like it's kind of on the verge of breaking, but it seems like it's actually held up incredibly well.
It's a little crispy, but I think it's been garage kept. So.
Yeah, no, this is, you can tell it's been really well cared for.
So this dead button right here.
Okay.
On the 93s only, you had a button to pop your headlights up without turning the headlights on.
Ooh, just like the Miata. That's
but unfortunately, they got rid of it. Probably for like safety reasons or something.
I see. Interesting.
Now you just get a dead button.
We'll leave those down for this.
For better aerodynamics.
For better aerodynamics,
That's
absolutely. Very cool gauges. Really nice throttle response. Cable throttles, natural aspiration, can't beat it. All of our gauges have normal printed in the middle of the range for oil pressure, battery voltage, and coolant temperature. Parking brake works. This is a very easy car to drive. We've already kind of taken it around the block a little bit. And shifter is super smooth. Nice long throw to the 5-speed manual.
It's pretty torquey low down too.
It is, yeah. This only weighs about 2,900 pounds, so 160 horsepower gets it up and going.
We're just gonna have to embrace the purple 90s tint.
Oh my gosh, yeah. This is the perfect level of tint for a POV video. You get too much and it messes with the exposure.
Yeah.
But this is about right.
Yeah, no, this is fine.
Excellent visibility.
Yeah, that's a good thing about the Probe is the rear quarter windows are massive and they pretty much wrap around to the back of the car, so.
Oh yeah.
Tons of visibility.
Yeah, a lot of unique glass in this car.
Yes, indeed.
Redline is close to 7,000 RPM.
You've got your normal Ford interior rattles, but it honestly feels pretty tight.
It does, yeah. Everything. This was a great era for cars. Everything felt modern and a little bit more refined, but at the same time, it still had that connected feel.
Right.
Handles pretty well too.
Yeah.
Not too sloppy.
It just keeps revving.
Yeah, there's definitely, it's a little bit of a torquier motor. You wanna, it doesn't really pull much harder the higher you rev it.
Yeah. Yeah. You're just like waiting and waiting and waiting to hit red line.
5th gear, sitting at about 3,400 RPM and 70 miles an hour. The exhaust drone actually isn't terrible on the highway.
Yeah, once you're up in the revs a little higher, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Did you know that this car was originally produced to replace the Mustang?
Yeah, I thought I read something about that at one point.
Yeah.
And everyone probably hated it for that reason.
Yes, but also like this era of cars, like you gotta remember, Honda Prelude, Toyota Celica, Volkswagen Corrado, like these were all cars that the Ford Probe was trying to compete with, and since the market was kind of going towards these front-wheel drive coupes, that's what they thought the future of the Mustang should be.
Sure.
But luckily that never happened, and you know we still have our V8 rear-wheel drive Mustang.
That's right.
But
and the Ford Probe met its demise.
In 1997, yeah. Last model year.
Oh man. And now Ford doesn't make any cars anymore except for the Mustang.
Yep. Funny how that works.
Or at least for the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing is cool.
Yeah.
Roll the windows down just for a second.
Yeah. Wasn't sure on functionality of the AC. I'm thinking that it does not work.
I am thinking, yeah, it's non-functional, but that's okay.
Yeah. Also, the GT's got this cool perforated leather steering
It
wheel.
does, yeah. Yeah, it feels like a baseball glove
Yeah.
or something.
It's like echoing off the bridge.
Yeah. That's a good front-wheel drive car.
Yeah.
Nice size, light enough. Decent power too. Really
Yeah.
starts pulling at 5,000 RPM and then it kind of falls off at 6. Cruise control. Oh yeah, it operates the pedal. So
Really?
you set cruise control and the pedal actually goes down because it's cable operated cruise control.
Okay. I wouldn't know this because my base model probe that I had in high school had no options.
Yeah.
It had crank windows, it had nothing.
It's kind of freaky because it's like taking over the pedal of the car, you know, and then you
Oh,
hit cancel and the pedal like returns to your foot.
Wow.
That's pretty neat. It's like those old stereos that with a remote you could change the volume and you could see the knob move.
Oh yeah. There were also cars in this era where if you had automatic climate control, the vents would swivel.
Ah,
Yeah.
jeez, lots of cool stuff in the 90s. This doesn't have the seat belts that automatically kind of like wrapped around your shoulder when you got in.
Yeah,
to
that was a little
encourage
bit
people.
earlier than this.
That's right, that was more 80s. Oh, just a lovely engine transmission combination here.
It really is, yeah.
These days, cars with this level of visibility are electric.
Yes.
I was just in a Chevy Bolt and similar levels of visibility.
Yeah.
A little slightly thicker A-pillar and some more safety stuff on the sides, but you can see out of it. Even the brakes feel pretty good.
Yeah, whoever owned this car before my buddy just took really good care of it.
One interesting note, the sunroof is a metal roof, so it's either open or completely closed. There's no glass see-through section.
Yeah.
So it's actually a true sunroof, not a moonroof.
It is a
or-
sunroof.
Yeah.
Yes. Which you don't see anymore. I don't think there's any new cars that have a metal sunroof.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Cool. Well, this was a treat.
Yeah.
Big thanks to Substitute Topher for putting everything together, and
Yeah, and thanks to my buddy Eric who owns this car and
Yeah.
was willing to let us have a go in it. Because he's the reason that I had a probe, because in high school he had a blue one of these. It was blue with blue interior. And then he inspired me to also buy one, so I suppose this is probe number 3.
probe number 3, nice. Yeah, and he bought this because he kind of wanted to relive that high school driving experience, much like I did with my 850R.
Yep, exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah, he got really lucky with this one. These don't really exist in this condition anymore, so.
No, it's really hard to find. I mean, this must have been owned by, I don't know if it was owned by an enthusiast because it's
Yeah.
completely stock.
Yeah,
I don't know.
guy he bought it from. I think he was a probe enthusiast.
A probe enthusiast, okay.
Yeah.
A
Sounds kind of funny to say.
Prober.
but- Prober.
Yeah.
A probe owner.
Probe owner. Oh, gotta bleep that out.
Probe owner. I guess that does make for a bleep, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
All right, guys. Well, a wonderful drive in this 1995 Ford Probe. Thanks for bringing this out, Chris.
Of course.
Appreciate you guys watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. That'll be it for this one. Nice little drive down memory lane.
You can hear the power antenna closing.
Next, we've got to get one with manual crank windows.
Yeah, I'll try and find mine.
Yeah, there we go.
You know what's funny? Those guys drove by and they're like, oh, that's a Ford Probe. When I had mine, it seems like every single person I came into contact with was like, I used to have one of those.
Yeah.
I had a Probe in the 90s.
We all had
so
Probes
many
in the
people
90s.
owned these. It's just like, and now when they see them, it's like that little bit of nostalgia. They're like, holy crap.
Yep.
I haven't seen one of those in 20 years.
It's true. Yeah, very cool side profile to this too. Nearly flush door handles with this design. That's probably pretty aerodynamic. Even the chrome wheels are in excellent condition. Smells like the 90s too.
Yes, it
Some
does.
little burning off of, you know, old rubbers and whatnot. Probably an
Fluids.
exhaust leak somewhere. Yeah, some
Probably.
fluids.
Yeah.
Smells very 90s.
Rear wiper.
Rear wiper, wraparound glass almost. It's separated into multiple panes, but yeah, this is really cool. Here's another view of that sunroof. It's actually kind of hard to tell that it's painted because this is a black car, but nice. All right, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later. Little clip of Chris going down memory lane here. There it is. Exhaust is less droney from the passenger side, I think.
Yeah, it's way louder over here.
Yeah.
So, whatever that means.
You're 5'11". Driving position for you is a little bit tall.
Yeah.
You fit?
I do fit.
Yeah.
My head's kind of close to the ceiling,
It's okay.
but it works. I'm thinking maybe, I don't remember mine sitting like this. I think maybe the cars with power seats, maybe the driver's seat sat a little higher.
Okay.
Such a snappy throttle.
It is. So responsive.